Hello, gonna do a quick face off today. I've got to be a bit brisk because my little one wants to go to bed. Well, not wants, but needs to go to bed. Not rushed, just brisk. Today I've got this, well, it's a Dovo, Bismarck. From what I understand of these Bismarcks, if you've got one that says, I think it says Solingen warranted, that's an older Bismarck. Whether they were made by Dovo, I forget. I didn't actually put that much study in it, but it's a Bismarck. It says number 2 on it. It's completely shoulderless. I do like these grind patterns. One edge of the bevel is perfect, and I mean perfect. It's like a laser. But the other side, I doubt you'll be able to pick it up. But I don't know, there's these few sort of, I think you can just about pick it up, abnormalities. And it's strange, like, because one side's perfect and the other side isn't, but, well, basically, I think I've set the bevel. You know, it's the invisible edge and everything. So I thought, well, instead of just grinding away more metal, because you'll be doing that on the next honing anyway, let's see if it shaves. So, let's see. Because my anal self, it would be just to grind past it, but it's basically brand new, that razor. Well, I've got the box somewhere as well. It's a nice little box as well. It's like, well, the box is showing basically that the razor's kind of more or less brand new. I don't think anybody shaved with it. I'm the one who put like the homeware on it. There was barely any at all. Yeah, and it's good steel as well. Like really tough. I had to take it down to my 320 plate, which is quite rare. Because basically the 1000 weren't it weren't really removing anything. And I'm going to shave with this, and I'm quite looking forward to this shave. This German Tilsmith, made in Solingen. It says made in Germany, but it's got to be Solingen. And I can't really find much about it, but I haven't had an extensive look. It's shoulderless. It's got some etching. Don't know where to pick it up. I think you get the idea. I think you just got a glimpse of it there. It's quite faint, but I think it's meant to be faint, if you know what I mean. I don't think it had gold wash on it. But I can't be sure. And again, it's quite little used. There's a little bit more homeware towards the end, so the person that had it before me was, you know, his technique was going towards the toe, which seems quite a common thing, right? Yeah, Tilsmith. Anyway, as soon as I got this out of the box light and I see it, I was like, that looks like a good razor. That's like my kind of razor, basically. And it's took a lovely edge. It sits on the hones lovely, really easy to hone, makes a lovely noise. It rings when you strop it and everything. So it's one of them razors, man. It's really seems quite high quality kind of thing. So these are the ones now that I've took through my full progression up to the 12. Pardon me, I've just eaten again. And then put a J-nut edge on. So let's see now. Gonna use the old setup. It smells lovely. It's always a nice shave one of these, I must say. Oh, didn't want my face, sorry. Yeah, so I've done my normal. I've stropped off camera. I've loaded my brush. I've probably had about, just on the pure leather, I've easily had sort of 60-70 laps, I guess. Gave them sort of 10-15 laps on my little adjustable, not paddle strop thing. Can't remember what they're bloody called. I'm gonna have to have a look. The ones you can adjust the tension on it. And yeah, and that's on the green side that come with it, like manufacturer green, so whatever that is. And Diamond THK brand 0.25, and then just straight onto my leather strop that I made years ago, basically. That leather strop now as well, that's made with that like sort of English bridle leather, which they make like horse straps out of, or at least they very much use stuff. They still do, obviously, but not as much. And the thing is, because it's, yeah, look, because it's like dyed in-house and everything, they take a lot longer to condition, like they really do, like, because they're effectively waterproof, they really are, because they push oils in with heat and everything on great big rollers, and it's interesting to learn how they do it. Like, I'm a leather crafter, so it interests me. You know, I think some of them even put like a bit of heat in it and everything to get the oils in there deep, and they truly are quite waterproof. Like, you put sort of like a mink oil or anything in it, and basically it don't absorb it, it really don't, it kind of just almost stays on the surface. Right, let's try this Tilsmith. It's really tight in the old pivot, I must say. It really is quite tight, a bit too tight even for me, and I quite like tight pivots. I ain't touched it like I said, I don't think it's been shaved much at all, because I've only polished this with a rag. Like, I ain't very rarely touch anything with wet and dry now. But yeah, let's give it a go, man. Like I said, it's one of them razors you well, kind of know. And I was correct. Again, that's like butter on my face. But it also means it's bloody dangerous, because it means it'd be bloody sharp. Very good. I've definitely lucked into that Jane out, I tell you. Really have. You know, so many people sell Jane hats and they're not, you know, they're not for razors basically. You know, they're more for chisels and scissors and just less finer tools, we call them. Finer tools. Lovely. That is, yeah. Do you know what? That might oust a couple of razors. That might oust a razor. It was the same with that. The last shave I had with the, what was it? G Myers. That's definitely going to oust something, that is. Yep, that is definitely hitting the spot. That is definitely 100% shave ready, that is. That's nice, man. And I knew it as well. Before I put it on the stones, I was looking at it thinking, this is going to be nice. You know, if you look at the kind of like the shape of it, that's almost like a little Philharmonica in a way. Like, let's check it next to this one, because it seems to me like the blade's just a little bit longer, and it is, yeah, look. And kind of your standard, I knew it was a bit longer. It felt like it was a bit longer in your hand. There's a bit more weight to it as well, you can feel it. So yeah, it's almost like a sort of a smaller Philharmonica basically. Let's check the grind, didn't say about the grind. So there's a slight belly, but that's definitely further down towards the edge than a lot of German grounds. And like I said, it's got quite a little use really, so, you know what I mean, I've put some of this homeware on it. There's a bit more towards the toe. So you're saying it's probably lost a mil at the toe, but it's barely lost any at the heel. So it's almost this original grind in a way. So what I mean is the belly ain't been chased away. Yeah, and it's a fine belly as well. I've got a J.A. Hengel's, what is it, 72.5, and that's got a really pronounced belly, but it shaves lovely. But you can actually see it like easily as well, like you know, you can see all the bellies if you know what you're looking for and get it at the right angle, but you can really see that from multiple angles. Right, let's try this Bismarck, man. Let's try it all the way down the blade. Let's just have a look about what side them little, I might swap sides with these razors just so I can thoroughly test this Bismarck on my face. Right, what side is it? Right, that's the perfect side, yeah. And that's the side with basically it's like a few wobbles, but they're microscopic. Like, I mean, like they're microscopic, but you can see it. Like this is what I'd call my first modern razor. Like, I think you could probably just put it into the vintage category, and I didn't really nail down the decade that this razor could be, but I do know it's what I'd call like a modern razor. It's definitely sort of after the 70s, I think, and the steel's different, man. Like, it's different. It feels different on the stones, acts different. Yeah, it's quite an experience, like. And it just, yeah, like I said, man, it feels different. But shaves well, so it must be shave ready. But like I said, we'll swap sides with these razors, just so I know the side that, because when I first started, like, well, not first, but when I first could hone to quite a consistent standard, it didn't matter what the anomaly was. Like, I'd get it away, and you know, and then I'd shave it and whatnot. But I've come to realise that it's more important to save steel on a razor. So as long as there's no nicks, you know, like especially any nicks you can feel your nail, that's a big no-no. You know, you've got to get them out. But if it's a bit of a wobble, if it's a bit, you know, and I mean sort of, again, microscopic, it's really, you know, that level, just leave it, man, and test it, you know, shave. Because whatever way you look at it, the more you hone it through its life and everything, you'll be getting more of those anomalies out. Oh wow, man, that's, yeah, see, I think this is the laser side. Because well, it definitely feels a bit smoother, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, I've gone the wrong way. Got carried away. That's probably why it felt so smooth. Brilliant. Right. Because one of my guiding things is preservation of metal. That's it, really. That's like my number one. Don't care about making it really pretty and beautiful and all that stuff. You've got to make. I'll try to make them as good as I can. But I'll not, you know, like I said, I'm not anal about getting them perfect, getting them shaving, getting them back into circulation, getting other people shaving like this, or at least so they can experience it to a level that is, you know, satisfactory. It wants to bite a bit like that. That's when my wobbly chin's getting worse. Trying to get in the nooks and crannies. Yeah. Oh. There we go. See? I think I've proved my point in that manner. Like, to myself anyway. Because I did think about completely honing past it. You know, it's no issue. You just use a high grit stone and work for your progression. Get your scratches out from the last, or at least the very much best part of them. And, you know, I ain't wasted metal basically. So I'm happy about that. Lovely smell to the cellar. It's got a lovely sound to the old Tilsmith. It's definitely a razor you have to respect as well, because that's sharp, man. Tilsmith. Well, I'll try and find out a bit more. I had a look on that German archive website that's got a lot of them on there that made razors, but I couldn't find no Tilsmith. So I'll try and expand my search a bit. Have a look around, see what we can find. Because I do like to find at least a little bit of history about them. I think that's what it's all about, the old vintage razors as well. But I'm really happy I didn't hone past the bits that I thought kind of didn't need honing through, if you know what I mean. Because again, I've clearly had to take off 1/2 mil, roughly. You know, and well, at least trying it, I've at least proven to myself that if you think you've hit the apex of the bevel and stuff, even if it is a tiny bit like, give it a shave, give it a whirl. Bit of a wee bump, because it definitely don't feel like irritation or anything. And I can normally tell within the first sort of few minutes, especially after going against the grain. Load all this cellar up. That's that, right. Can't tell you what one's best, but I know what one's best. That's Tilsmith. Close shave though. I'm definitely getting a bit closer as well, taking it up to the 12 and then kind of, excuse me, bringing it back on the J nap or whatever one. It's definitely worked. Definitely getting a slightly bit closer shave as well. Like they were very much sufficient, and they very much were. They were very comfortable shaves. I just weren't getting quite as close as I've come accustomed to, but I have got it back now by going up to the 12 and coming back down, and I do think that's quite a common thing. If I had an 8000, which at some point I probably will get, I think you could skip the 12 and go from the 8 and you'd still be bob on, you'd still be getting the same results. I just think from that 5, it sometimes don't get the very point of the bevel, the apex of the bevel, as pristine, if you know what I mean. And I think that's the issue, but obviously I'm not a scientific razor magician, so I can't really 100% say. Right, that's your lot, because I'll tell you now, and I think I'll be getting a secret call soon. Are you done? Are you done? Hope you've had a good week, hope you had a good day, hope you've had a good shave. I'll see you later. Goodbye.